Yo, welcome to the channel. Consider following, consider chatting, interact, be active so we can be more interactive as we begin this episode of WWE 2K23. This is a behind the scenes video, this one, but shortly after I will be getting into universe mode. But for now, just hang tight. And then shortly after that, we'll be actually getting a little bit deeper with an actual show. Just give me a second. I'm getting my refreshments, drinks, snacks, things like that I set up when I stream. Taking me a B6, get my energy going, and yeah, I'll be there very soon. I'll be here very soon as I can. Maybe tell some friends about the stream, get them in here with you, and get ready for a good universe mode stream. Be back very soon. Oops, I hit the cord. I'll put it back in. We're still live. We're still live. Just I disconnected the cord when I got up. All right, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Wendy Chew. Wendy Chew. Alright, gonna use the bathroom before I start, and I'll be back. I'm gonna move my phone to. We're about to start, and we're gonna talk about audio, how I set up my audio and some of my matches and things like that. I did this in the last stream. Everything went wrong, and I deleted it. But hopefully everything's right this time. In fact, my sound should be better than ever. Let's go. All right. I may be eating as well, having a little brunch because it's the start of my day actually. But one of the things I want to talk about, because some people ask me this all the time about how I don't get flagged, and I do this on YouTube as well. Usually, I'm gonna change my commentary too real quick. Of course, for this show, I cut the commentary already down. But for something else, say if I'm doing my faction, I may do 35, maybe 40. Somewhere between 35 and 40 with the commentary. 35 to be safe, be honest. If you're gonna do like my faction or some other mode where you want to hear the commentary a little bit, or you want your stream to hear the commentary a little bit. But for this, I'm gonna turn it down all the way to 0. You want your music real low, and you want your environment to be above that. So usually at least 10 clicks. So I'm gonna set the music to 40. No, I'm gonna set the music like 38. Just be safe. 38. Your environment. At least 12 clicks or higher. I keep my ring announcer up real high because I want people to hear the ring announcer. It's good for the presentation. I feel like the ring announcer is very important. So keep my ring announcer on, all that. All right, we're gonna start up universe mode. I do want to address what happened at SmackDown before we skip ahead. I did a show, actually a Universe Mode video on ADG Wrestling Sports Games Network, my wrestling channel. And I broke down everything that happened on the show and why it happened. I do apologize. Something happened to my audio and everything was screwed up, so I just decided to just get rid of it. So that's going to take us to In Your House, my pay-per-view. We're supposed to be having a big matchup. We're gonna change that. We're gonna have actually the North American Championship in the main event because I don't want to change it too much. So what I'm gonna do here, just gonna customize the match. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna do a custom triple threat, 3-way elimination, no DQ. So in the main event, these two are going to be gunning for Wesley's championship. Yeah, we got the North American Championship headlining the top, the main event of the show. Wesley getting it on right there. Some of these matches may already be set the way it need to be. Yep, Brutus and Julie versus Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner. That's how I want it to be. Sometimes Universe Mode will get it right, sometimes they won't. If you set your rivalries, like I said, sometimes they get it right, sometimes they won't. Lucky me, this time they got it right. Carmella Hayes versus Braun Breaker Championship match, they got that right. Oh, they got that one wrong because it's the way I set it up. Basically, my rules don't equate to what they were doing, where I was setting. I had this thing where if a champion beats a contender, that's what I do. And then I set them two in the rivalry against each other, then I'm just going to add Wesley in it. That's what I was going to do. So we're going to change that matchup. Maybe make somebody get a match that maybe I think should deserve a match. I'm thinking Blair in this spot, just because I want Blair to start getting a push. And this could be the best place to do it, at a victory here at NXT In Your House. Maybe the only matchup I play on the card too. Indy versus Tiffany Stratton. This is wrong as well. I didn't set up a rivalry, so I kind of knew this was probably going to happen. So it's supposed to be Lyra Valkyrie. I'm going to eventually release this Lyra Valkyrie, and I may use someone else's attire. I'm not trying to completely steal. I'll give credit. I just prefer my call. In case somebody's wondering in the future, I just prefer my call. That is how it is. That's what it's going to be. Let me change a little something on my capture card real quick. Maybe a little too dark. So one thing also while I'm changing this, something I'm gonna say real quick. One thing that people don't understand, they look at people that have like more what they would think is simplistic universe mode. Well, I would call it a raw universe mode mainly, with not a bunch of flash. Where we just taking like the universe mode, calling great commentary, using the in-game cinematics to tell the story as long as our own imagination. Sometimes we may add extra graphics and things like that, but we don't really do a bunch. But even doing that, it takes a good bit of work. You never really know what they be doing behind the scenes either. Just saying. Really don't know. But Lyra's a 96. What the heck? I'm gonna have to change that. That's way too high. I also need to vacate these two titles right here. Those that do universe mode, you know, on their own, they kind of know these little things that I'm saying. But some people, like, they act like they don't know. But they just don't think that. People don't think like they should in this day and time. Anyway, my universe championships. I'm gonna go ahead and vacate these two titles because I'm not using them on my show. You know, technically in real life now, they're not using the Raw and SmackDown championships. They got rid of them. They replaced them with new titles. They replaced them with the WWE Women's World Championship. And what's the other one called? I get confused a little bit. The WWE Women's Championship. There. One's women, the one on Raw is the world one now. And vice versa with the men's championship. They did the same with the WWE World Championship. So basically everything on Raw is a world championship and everything else is kind of simplistic. Except Roman's. He's the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. And the women is just the WWE Women's Champions. But it's all good. Alright, let me check Lyra. I don't know why her stats are so high. Maybe because I used someone else's. I don't know. Maybe because I used someone else's stuff. But I would have not placed her that high. And I think that's why she got contendership to begin with. But I'm about to put her in a place. Well, I won't put her in a place technically myself. But hopefully, give her lower leg power. Strike reversal. 77, grapple reversal 77. Let me go to body durability. You brand new. Let's do 70. 70s, man. 70s. Technical submission defense 85. Nah, let's do like 69. Power submission defense. Same thing, like 69. Pin escape 90. Nah, you ain't about that life. I give you a 70. Strength. Definitely gotta go lower. I'm gonna give you like 60. Stamina. I'll keep that kind of high, like A. Agility. Same. I'll keep it around the same. Movement speed around the same. Recovery. Nah, you ain't about that. Recovery life. I'm gonna do like high 60. Special. I give you like high 70. Finisher the same, high 70. Let's see where she's at now. She's still 88. I'm gonna go to the top. And no, I still haven't released my Lyra Valkyrie, but maybe soon. Grapple, I don't think she's that strong in the grapple. She don't have that much strength. I'll give her 55. Running offense, high 70s. I'll keep the area range. I put that down to 70. Power submission offense, I'm gonna go a little lower. It's gonna be like 50. She's average. I mean, she don't really do that much submissions. Technical submission offense the same. I'm gonna put that down to 50. That should definitely put her lower. Strike reversal, area reversal. That should have done it. Now she's 82. Lyra Valkyrie 82. I think she still should be lower. Maybe at 80, but I don't think she should be that high. I'm gonna drop her pin escape a little bit more. I mean, at least not starting in the universe. I think she should be a little bit lower. I'm gonna crank down her body durability a little bit. I think she should be like a 79, 80. Like, I'm just saying, like, really. She's at 80 now. Let's see if I can bop it down a little bit more somewhere else. Strike reversal, I'm gonna drop that down. Grab reversal, I'm gonna drop that down. Area reversal, I'm gonna drop that down. And she should be about right now. She's still at 80 though. I mean, maybe she should be that type of 80. I'm gonna drop her strength down. She shouldn't be that powerful. 55. That should drop her. That didn't drop either. I'm gonna drop her area reversal down and her grapple reversal down. Her body durability as well. Like some people be putting their durability too high. You gotta look at its 50 average, but y'all do that because y'all don't want that person to lose. Then your whole team be like ratings that shouldn't be. So I think that works. 79, I think that's where she should be. Save this to all modes. Should be like 79. That's my story. That's what I think. But yeah, Lara Valkyrie will be getting a championship opportunity. She won in a match versus Blair Davenport. In a way, maybe that shouldn't have went down that way, but it did go down that way. It is what it is. I need to also take some people off the show that I kind of probably should have been took off, but I haven't took off yet because I'm not going to use them in this universe anymore. Maybe I considered, then I never did. Maybe I tested them for something, and then I never did. Making room for new superstars, new characters I'm going to be making probably. Or they just cramming up the roster. I'm not using them, so... I'm going to keep Danny, though. JD, you don't even go here no more, bro, so... Before every show, also, I do this. Like, if there's anybody that I haven't moved yet, I double check my rosters, if anything changed. And some of this is well overdue, where I haven't checked my rosters. I had Miko on all shows, but I'm going to keep her on my thing, but only on NXT. That is my Miko too. I haven't released her because the attire is kind of generic. I'm not really good at attires. I'm going to be honest, I'm waiting on somebody to do a attire, then I'm just going to give them credit for it. I'm good at faces, things like that. Attires, I don't really mess around with too much. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Plus time is a thing. Rihanna, she was there because I was just testing her out, her look, and just messing around before I start doing universe shows again on, on the internet. But yeah, Rihanna, like she's supposed to be my Roz character. I haven't used her much, but Scott stayed. Starlight Kid, love Starlight Kid, love Stardom, but I'm not gonna be using him in this game. I'm just gonna go back to Fire Pro to use my Japan stars. So, by the way, happy Friday to you if you watch this on Friday or whatever day it is. Frick, Tyler Bate. Oh, this about okay. Everything's about right now, and it may cause some changes in the thing. Oh, they got a lot of matches on this card. I don't understand this 6-man tag. I guess they were just trying to give some people a push. I may put Batista in a match. Just because I did add him. That had some people on ADG, on my YouTube channel, basically. On ADG, Wrestling Sports Games Network. They wanted me to, I did a poll, and they wanted me to push Batista. Batista may start the show versus someone. Let's see. Let's do Batista versus Trick Williams. Just a little match to start off the show, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think Cameron needs to be on this show either, and I haven't removed him. But I don't always do. Sometimes I put people back. So maybe I'll let him stay for a while. Batista versus Trick to start the show. Oh, that's my call Trick. By the way, if you don't have DLC, I do have a Trick Williams up, but I may update him with the final version and upload that soon too. Maybe this weekend on that one. So this is not a title match, it's just a promotional type match. They want to see why they put. Here's the funny thing, Ivy. This is what this match is supposed to be. I don't know why they put the tag team champions across from one another. Maybe because I haven't put them in a tag team yet. So I'm gonna check that as well. See, they're in a robbery with them, but they didn't put them in the match. Let me make this team. I'm just gonna call them Sleeping Mind. I might can't put Ivy in a team because I might have her in Diamond Mind. I can do it. I'm gonna have them come out separately. And I mentioned this in the last video. When you do tag teams, stables, you always gotta set that victory. If not, the victory music is gonna be the victory music is gonna be blank, basically. So you gotta always set it. I'm trying to think which one to use. Wendy's or hers.
Here are your winners, Ivy Nile and Wendy Choo.
We'll use Wendy's. All right. Sleepy Mind has been made. I'm gonna be honest, spoiler alert for those watching this video, my plan is to break up Toxic Attraction in this particular universe mode. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. And so hopefully the game's gonna work right and it's gonna actually do that. It's gonna be in the setup. Because there's a lot of robbery options this year. Just double checking my matches. They still haven't changed things the way I wanted it. So we're gonna do the women's tag match here. It's gonna be a normal 2-on-2. I normally have a rule where I don't like to get involved in a match, but in this particular match, because it's very important, I will definitely probably get involved in this matchup. It's important to what I need to happen in the future of my show. Sometimes in situations like that, I will get involved in a pay-per-view, but usually I don't get involved in pay-per-view matches. But I still could lose. Some of you have seen me do it. I still could lose this upcoming matchup. I still could lose it. You see down here in robbery actions, you can add an outcome. Now, so over here, extend the robbery. That's not what I want. It should be a breakup outcome in there, but for some reason right now I don't have the option. It's gonna happen even if I do it myself. Um, but it's supposed to be a breakup outcome, but it's not there. Interesting. I'm not sure why it's not there. It was there at one time, but it's not there now. They added a different. They added. We got two matches here. Sometimes they'll do that, and people that do universe mode shows, they got to go over this thing and double check behind everything. Um, so I think right here I put a matchup with Blair Davenport, and I'll probably play in that one too. Would add Ava, but I don't remember which one is mine. It's either this one or this one. I'm gonna double check. I think it's this one. I'm gonna double check. So that'll be a good matchup because I plan on using Alva and also pushing Blair. So it'll be good. It'll be a good match. Got a lot of like women right here in the first section. Then we go down here. Some of these I may delete because I just don't have anything going. I represented the main ones that I wanted to represent. It should be too long anyway. So I'm gonna delete the Cameron Grimes versus Tyler Bate match, as well as this match. Everything that was supposed to happen is happening, and then a couple extras. So there's still 6 matches. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna exit out of Universe. Pray they don't screw up my matches, because sometimes the game will do that. And go to my creations, so I can remember which one was actually mine. Because like I said, sometimes I use other people's attires. I'm not gonna lie about that. I use other people's attires. I would buy attires, but it makes me mad sometimes when I buy a attire and then people don't give me credit. I know I'll give somebody credit, so I just take somebody else's attire and give them credit. It just makes me mad. I think it's the middle one. No, it's not the middle one. Excuse me. So it's the third one. So I might see my Duke Hudson in there, which I am gonna be working on as well. If you're interested in okay, this one's mine. Now I did use other people's stuff, like I said, but this is mine right here. I like my card. I like where things are. So what I'm gonna do now, I got my setting set and my sound, but there's one thing that I also have to do that I just remember that I don't do. Well, I always do before a show. Because I play a lot with my fam too, so I have to make sure that these things are cut. I had to cut these on and off all the time. The other thing is in the presentation, I cut the HUD off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I cut the HUD off. Everything else should be good to go. My settings are fuego. And I'm talking about my gameplay settings. I've been playing a lot of games myself. I know my settings are like fuego right now. So we're gonna start this. Hopefully this will be over by 12. It's like 10 a.m. Eastern where I'm at. And I want this to be done by 12. That way I can get my daily logins for my faction and stuff. So okay, they messed that one up. So I gotta change that again. I knew it. They'll switch some things around when you go in and out. So even if you set something, and this has been a problem in universe mode for those that do shows, you set it, and then you go back the next day when you get ready to record for your following or whatever, and you go in there, and the matches have changed a little bit. Title matches come, plain matches, things like that, and we have to double check that. So give the universe mode creators a little bit more credit when they're doing things right and the matches are just like they're supposed to be, because it takes some work, you know. And I think they changed something again, and I gotta remember what it was. And someone's outside starting to mow the yawn, and I have to hope and pray that it's not in my video. That's something else I have to deal with. It's Friday, and that's the first thing they do. They start cutting grass. I should have known. I should have known that was going to happen today. But I think the way I got this thing set up now, and on this PC, y'all probably going to hear nothing. It'll be good. I think the matches I deleted, I think everything's fine. I gotta make sure that's the third one. And then also something else this year that we have to worry about that I just thought about. Sometimes entrances don't work the way they supposed to work after you make an entrance. For some reason, inside universe mode, and the same thing sometimes with your move sets too. Like for some reason it don't do like it's supposed to do. Right now, they don't even have Ava on the show like 50. And honestly, I need to also put some of these superstars in the appropriate women's division. They still will get credit for like their wins technically, even though they're not in the division that it's supposed to be in, but they'll get credit for winning, even though it doesn't really state it, but it's happening, even though you don't really see it happening. And yes, I have BFAB on the show because that was another thing somebody asked. Oh, technically she should be in a match then, because they asked for more BFAB. I'll figure it out. But right now, what I need to do is this. Ava's entrance, I need to check it because sometimes for some reason, okay, it says Joe Gacy, so it should be right because that's what I set it to.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
And I think I'll need to check Lyra's too. That I'm supposed to be like that. I've been saying I was gonna change it for some time. They changed that music too. And I had found a song that kind of sound like hers. What the music is? Okay. I don't know why anybody would set this what they set it to begin with. And that's another reason I just kind of like make adjustments to some people's stuff, because like y'all be there, fall off a little bit, or like I feel like you could have did better, but you didn't want to go all the way in, and you was more concerned about getting your quantity out instead of your instead of a great card, basically. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Titantron, really. This is always the hard part. I am considering eventually starting to use like my own images for certain things. This may not be like 1% right, but I'm just gonna make this work for the time being. Just speeding things up because I need to go ahead and start the show. I mean, this works. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone knows it's a car. Only thing that matters is that the only thing that kind of matters is that, you know, everything's working, looking good, you know, kind of decent. The matches are in order like you planned, that kind of thing. So, after I check this, just double checking my matches again. I gotta delete that one. People wanted BFAB in more matches, but wanted her back on NXT, and they want to see her in more matches. So this is her in another match right here. BFAB, Ava, and Blair. Triple threat elimination match. I'm gonna make that one happen. That's pretty much it. I probably won't break down the matches that much like I do normally. I think I'm gonna just start the show when I split the archive. So I'm just gonna start the show and get things right on the way. So with that being said, let me go ahead and split the archive, and I'll be back with the main show in a second. Thank you guys for watching this behind the scenes setting up for ADG Universe, and I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.